Hello and welcome back to Kino-Plays Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Let's go. Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honour, you keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalise any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick. Lodder's testimony's fishy, Nick. Real fishy. Yeah, it's sus as fuck. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? It was me. There. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defence's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. The fuck? I'm not the one who made the outburst. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. No. What in the actual fuck? Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honour. Nick is innocent. Huh. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong, motherfucker! You've only brought one witness out. You said you had another witness. Why haven't they testified? And why haven't you given the defendant a chance to testify or anything? Fuck off with that shit. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. Oh! Good catch, Nick! You're not as incompetent as we thought. Well, no, he is, but at least he has his good moments now and then. After all, now she has said something that we can actually call a contradiction once it's put into the testimony. Because you can't see shit in that photo apart from a silhouette. Well done, May, for finally getting the dumbass to do something. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! 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 Fuck's sake, order! You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. Grow a pair. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again.
Finally!
But he is in contempt, of course.
No, I am. Fuck y'all. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me, bitch.
Very well. Mayor Fay, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Mayor? Yeah, good kill, Mayor. God, every single time Nick has to be saved by an outside force. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness. I'm running out of time. But I find a contradiction in here or else. Dude, you just found the contradiction. You don't need to find another one. Oh, for fuck's sake, whatever. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Christ, at least have your inner voice say, finally, we've found the contradiction, now I just have to point it out, not I've got to find one. Come on. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I... Sit! Are you fucking serious, Phoenix? Are you serious right now? You've been given one thing to say. It's the one thing you pointed out that she's just changed and demanded be in the evidence, be her statement change, and you know that the goddamn photo isn't clear. Seriously? Oh, Phoenix Wright is like the video game character version of those ads for mobile games where every single time the player makes the wrong choices, even when it's like a choice between yes or no. Where the choice is so goddamn obvious that clearly it's designed just to piss you off into trying to prove yourself better than them, instead of just going, no, clearly your game is so crap that you've got to create a straw man character that is incredibly dumb. Fuck's sake! But I can't squander Mayor's efforts either. So clear as day, the man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Bullshit! Got you. Got you, Miss Hart, finally. What? You got what? Look at this photo. The photo I took? Yeah, that one. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told him not to say that in a testimony, please. Yet now she's said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. Whew, I did it. Finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Yeah, dude, as much as he might have coached her on what to say, it's still her testimony. She's the one who's clearly was looking forward to going on the stand after finding out that she supposedly witnessed something that she didn't even know she'd witnessed until you brought it up to her. She's an attention seeker. Plus, as we said last time, I really think she's going to turn out to be a cryptozoologist, which will completely destroy all of her credibility. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Huh. I wonder if I think that the counter for this will be the camera, because it's got a telescopic lens. So, I seriously doubt your camera is weaker than the binoculars, and the camera still couldn't see it. But then again, maybe it's just the same photo. Again, it's foggy. That ain't doing shit. I don't know. This one better be good. Let's try pressing her a bit, though, first, just in case the point is to get her to say more than just point out, you're full of shit. You're right. It was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So? How can you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a girl where I'm from. Okay, for Americans, is Yankee a different meaning than for the rest of the world? Because for the rest of the world, a Yank is just an American. It's a broad term for the entire fucking country, which she's from, so she's a Yankee too. Or is Yank and Yankee different? Someone explain this to me at some point, please. If anyone extra ever watches it that knows. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. So, once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Oh, weird. So you played a different game that also called Wooden House a trailer. So that goes back to the film episode we were doing, but still, that's weird. That's not what a trailer is. The trailer's, or at least it's not what is always constantly shown as being a trailer in all of American media, anyway. Weird. Your camera? Yeah, it's gone automatic. Interesting. He's trying to stop her from mentioning the automatic sound effect thing. The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained? He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned you're out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? You're goddamn right I do. It's set to go off loud noises. There would be no loud noises for a meteor shower, so what's the point of that? It's pointing horizontally across the lake, meaning that if it was for meteor showers, she was expecting them to be on the horizon, not in the sky above. Why the hell would it not be pointed up? And still, that very specific wording that she used before, that she scanned the lake for other things when it happened, so she knows there's nothing out there. I think that either the microphone was to pick up the bang that Gordy made the last time that he mentioned in the newspaper, or maybe that microphone is actually waterproof, and at the time it was submerged in the lake itself, because it's part of sonar equipment and not just a microphone. I mean, again, why is the camera that's a film camera connected to a computer? I'm certain that she is there looking for Gordy. This is make it or break it time. The camera's of utmost importance, Your Honour. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. No, Nick, that was absolutely spot on. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Bullshit! Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Okay. Nice insult. Now wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him? I did, yeah. Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. You're right, it was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. Okay, that's back to the start of the questioning, isn't it? We've looped around again. So there's no point pushing this one. So as I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Should I press it here or should I press it on binoculars? Because the whole important part here is the fact that this has a goddamn telescopic lens. So it's got the same power as the binoculars, unless you've got much better binoculars than the lens, in which case, why the hell have you got such a shitty lens? Oh, does it actually specify it faces the lake? Yes, it says it faces the lake. So maybe it's for the shooting stars part. Good good catch there, Tom. I didn't notice they specified where it was facing. Here. This is where we present it. Good catch. Because I was thinking about about the binoculars, because it is clearly bullshit that the binoculars would be better than the telescopic lens. But good catch, Tomo. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointing directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. It's basic common fucking sense. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Seriously, Your Honor? The witness was not at the lake shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Yes, I can show evidence of this, because I am certain she's a cryptozoologist. Your Honor, take a look at this. This will show just how unreliable this witness is, because she believes in bullshit. What was Miss Hart trying to take a photograph of at the lake? Poop! Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart? Hey, I'd never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Oh, let me guess, her name is attached to the photo of Gordy. She actually took the photo in the first place, didn't she? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Shit, I don't know if I do have proof. There was a thing that... I think... Oh, crap! It could either be the camera because of the microphone for the loud noise, or it could be the article again because it mentions a loud noise. Shit. Oh, wait, does the... Shit, I can't actually read the article, which means I can't bring back... Larry Butsy. Yeah, it'll have to be the camera, because we can't say that Larry told us that the article says that he made a loud noise, and we can't see that it mentions a loud noise happened. So, shit. Yeah, it'll have to be the camera. Oh right, I need to say I do have proof. Yeah, I got proof. I have it, proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it, and no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera is set to take loud noises, take photos in response to loud noises, correct? That's actually a good point there, Tomo. Yeah, as we've been mentioning many times, there are no loud noises with shooting stars, so that alone was it, but I had my mind stuck on how to prove that she was there to take photos of the monster, not the stars. So I was thinking we needed a connection that said that the monster made a loud noise. That's why I was getting confused. Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, in the text that we clearly cannot fucking read and was not important enough to attach to the little blurb about the article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Yeah, we only know that because Larry Butts told us, though. It definitely doesn't say it on the goddamn blurry as fuck writing here. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you'd set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order. Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure you did. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. No, that's not true. It both goes to her credibility and to her reaction to the noise. She was there looking for a monster. When she looked out over the lake and saw a boat, she wouldn't give a shit. That's why she scanned the lake, because she immediately saw a boat, dismissed it, and went looking for a monster. She wouldn't have spent any time trying to see the faces of the people on a boat, because she wouldn't give a shit. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the start? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine. I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something'll change, it has to. And I'm gonna spot it. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Objection.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. No, it's not. Last time she did not say that she saw the gun flash, and this time, now that we've heard that there is a gun flash, maybe we use the photo again because it doesn't show a muzzle flash at all. It shows no evidence whatsoever of the gun having been fired. There's no smoke coming off it, there's no flash, there's no blood spatter coming out the back of the victim. There's nothing to show it's in the process of being shot. Or, just to bring this up again, the gun was fired 3 times. Once again, she's only mentioning 2 gunshots. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There's no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defence's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honour. Buncombe is up to something, and know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. That would be a first. Very funny. Prick. You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Actually, I'm not a research student at university. Then what manner of person are you, and why, after admitting to having been lying to the court, should we believe a goddamn thing you say? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV! I'm not sure that appearing on the local newsie's Rumour of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Okay. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep. Borrowed it from a university professor. It analyses every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Or an entire roll of them, as we experienced when we say off. Yep. So, how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. Well, that's not true. Seriously, Phoenix? You're not going to have her include that? You're not going to make her revise the testimony for that? We know that's a lie. She said she took 2 photos that night, and we set off her camera the next day. And yet we still only have the 1 photo. And you're just going to let that lie go? Really? Yeah, I mean, obviously the next day bit has nothing to do with it, but the fact that she's talking bullshit should have something to do with it. And since we found those party poppers on the other side of the lake, I'd be very surprised if people brought party poppers out to the lake and then no one used any, which would have also made some photographs and set her off. I mean, it's weird. But that's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake'd be swarming with competitors. But more than just the fact that it was already in the newspaper. I mean, it's not really a secret when it's already been in the newspaper, love. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually...
Yeah, you would object now, considering you obviously told her not to tell anyone what the reason was because of it hurting her credibility as to being a reliable witness. Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I knew you told her to keep quiet. I guess credibility of the witness just doesn't exist in this game then. Or this version of court. Because that is a goddamn valid line of questioning to bring up.
When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake.
Exactly what sort of sound was it?
Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot.
It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. So maybe the first noise was actually a party popper, not a gunshot. Huh. Now that's an interesting thought. What if the party poppers were on the other side of the lake? Because whoever went out there on the boat with him set it up to remotely set one of those off to take the photo, and then they faked their death. Now, faking their death still wouldn't make sense, considering otherwise how the hell would they have identified the witness? They'd have to have found the body. So faking the... Unless the body had already been killed a while ago, and the person on the boat is a third person. That's possible. So they were out there to frame Miles. Or of course Miles was never actually on the boat, he was on the land, and the only two people on the boat were the victim and the real killer. I don't know. There wasn't much else to look at, so I watched that boat the whole time. I really think I should present the article here, because you said you scanned the lake, and you would spend all of that time looking for Gordy. You wouldn't just give up looking for Gordy and then carry on watching the boat. How much time passed? There wasn't much to look at? Yep. I don't know, she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. Yeah, exactly! It's fishy as fuck. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops, I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot. At risk of losing points... Shit! Damn it, it doesn't show a flash though! That should be a contradiction. Maybe an automatic camera wouldn't be able to be fast enough to pick up the flash, though, because of the difference in speed between light and sound. Damn it. Yeah, that didn't go well. Alright, let's press her then, see if we can get some more information. Because I don't think anything else would point out that that's bullshit. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore neither. But I find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Shit, I don't know where the contradiction is now. I really thought that flash would have been the thing. Well, she hasn't. Well, we've pressed her on everything so far. So let's just let's just look at the actual statements to see what we can press her on. Runner scoop? No. So I was camping? No. So I was hiding. Is this the one that... Yeah, this is the one that was right before the flash, so... No, was it? Oh, yeah, good point. Oh, only looking at the boat, yeah. God, I just lose track on things and think and can't remember what parts were the statement and what parts were what we pushed her on. Yeah. Good call, Toma. Miss Hart, were you really looking at the boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. A normal person be looking at it. Yeah, but you're a freak. I agree. A normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. You're fucking batshit, lady. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. Yeah, just like she said she did. Multiple testimonies again, where she specifically said she scanned the lake. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah! Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You'd need them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. That's actually a very good point right there, because when we look at this... Oh, it doesn't show where the boat is anymore. Okay, well, the boat was, like, pretty close to the car in line with the boat. Yeah. You'd need a binoculars to search all the rest of that. And that's what you do. Well. Well, now that you'll mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was just making shit up. I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat, till now. Bullshit. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. The photograph is proof of fuck all, love. You can't see the faces, you can't see anything to indicate that the gun has actually been fired. That photo is useless. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... What? Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day, shut your pie hole. Huh. So I take it that the reason we haven't seen both photos when there were two is because either the other... Well, the question is whether she's about to show us an enhanced version of the photo, or if she's going to show us the other photo. If it's an enhanced one, I'm guessing it's going to show we're going to see something suspicious in it. If it's the other photo, maybe the hand will change regarding which one is holding the gun. I mean, we saw in the actual murder cinematic that the one holding the gun was holding it in one hand, and then Edgeworth was holding it in a different hand. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. What the fuck? He never said this stuff to us when we visited him. This isn't something we forgot. This is something that we weren't even shown. Right? I don't remember him mentioning anything about this. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let us show it? I've got a hunch it doesn't show that it's Edgeworth holding the gun in that particular photo. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Make a fucking show it. You can't do anything with a lack of evidence. Even if the evidence looks bad, you can at least do something with it. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are you all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Why are you shitting yourself? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. You kind of need to give me a fucking reason for me to sustain it, you realise? Not just say, nuh-uh. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. You can't see my enlargement because this desk is protecting my privacy. Have fun with that mental image. Daddy got wood. Here it is. We still can't see who's firing in this. And the body positions and clothes shape look nothing like the photo you've just enhanced it from. And this one shows a muzzle flash when the other one doesn't. This isn't the same fucking photo. Mahogany. Indeed, Tomo. Yeah, I don't think that's the same photo at all. There's no way that that matches that. The silhouettes are completely different, and you can see a muzzle flash when you can't see it in this. That's got to be an enlargement of photo number 1. And this is photo 2. Or the other way round. You know what I mean. That is not the same fucking photo. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Okay, that's saying it was taken automatically at 12:15. Did the other one say that as well? Before I read that, let's see. Wait, what? What the fuck? It's replaced the photo we had. Okay. So now I can't even use the original photo as a contradiction for this photo, so I guess they are supposed to be the same photo. Even though I call bullshit on the silhouettes even remotely being similar. Whatever. Happy now, Mr. Wright. There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And clearly you're not the only one, judging by this face. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? Even though you add plenty unnecessarily all the fucking time. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. The fuck? She ain't fucking decisive whatsoever. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. What the fuck? No it isn't, Judge. Now it's time for you to call the other witness, because you've just proven that she is extremely unreliable, she didn't see jack shit, and the photo doesn't prove fuck all. What the fuck? Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. This makes no goddamn sense. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. No, it's the same gun. Design's the same. And being left-handed doesn't actually help us, because we haven't mentioned anything about whether Edgeworth's left or right-handed. I don't see anything in this photo that could give us a clue. Apart from... Oh! Apart from the fact that you can't see a bullet. Anywhere. I mean, the bullet travels slower than the light from the flash. But you should. But if it can take a photo of the flash, it should at least show the bullet, shouldn't it? But that could be just a family-friendly age rating thing on this photo. On the game, I mean. Because, I mean, it also, as I've pointed out multiple times now, it also doesn't show a blood spatter coming out of his back after he's been shot or anything, so that could just be artistic liberty. And, yeah, I still don't know physics well enough to know if you'd be able to catch the muzzle flash before you could see the bullet leaving the gun. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Injecting to the enlargement wouldn't help. I don't think there's any other evidence we can show. Wait, there is. Well, maybe there is. This might be the wrong move, but I'm going to show the gun. Because it's been fired 3 times, and we've only heard 2 shots so far. It's the only evidence I can think of that could be used right now. That could also be true, Tomo. Objecting to the enlargement could maybe give us both photos. So if this doesn't work, that might be the option. Wait. Your Honour, this evidence... maybe no matter what I did, he was going to interrupt and stop us anyway. Yeah, which is a habit this game has that pisses me off. I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Like that matters. Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Well, seeing as though you just fucking blue-balled me on doing show other evidence, I guess object is the only option then. Your Honour, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Holy shit, is he actually going to point out that the silhouettes don't match? What might that be? Holy shit, is Phoenix actually being competent? Mr. Wright, you'll show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Well then, it's gotta be the muzzle flash because there's no fucking flash in the original lake photo. Here, Your Honour. Where? Seriously, that's wrong? What? Oh shit, did I miss something obvious? Is this finger not even on the trigger? No, it is. I see nothing else that could possibly be the evidence then. Unless you're gonna put... Oh, maybe I have to point at the face to say this doesn't match? Well, the fact that you can't see the face means it's not actually good evidence then. But the pistol is it's the same design, so I don't see how pointing at the pistol would be the answer there, Tema. However, you have nothing to gain by making baseless claims of faulty evidence. Your Honour, never mind that, my finger slipped. Please let me show you again. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Yeah, but Toma, I can only present something that's in the photo. So, if the muzzle flash isn't right, I mean, it doesn't look... What the hell is going on with the fingertip here? Maybe the finger does show that he's not actually pulling the trigger, but... I don't know, that's really confusing. Yeah, just choose the gun, maybe. Ah, here you are, the shooter. I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honour. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Wait, what? Oh, motherfucker! The fingerprints are from the right hand. Yeah, so you were right about it being the gun, but I wasn't allowed to present the gun at that time because I had to point out the problem in the photo. So I guess I was supposed to look at the court record, look at the things and see that it points out right here that it's his right hand that has the fingerprints. Oh, I totally missed that. So you were right, just neither of us understood why. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. Booyah! The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Unless he wiped the prints off afterwards and then still picked it up with his right hand. Which would be fucking weird, but it'd be a clever way of trying to get out of something if you knew a photo had been taken. Yeah, that's just dumb. I know, but it seems like the sort of thing they could do in a TV show. So. But we will continue with this after the break, next time on Kino-Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. New episodes upload daily to the YouTube channel, 9 PM UK time. Thank you for joining me, take care, and goodbye.